Wednesday, 29th day of October. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Had a very warm late October day yesterday. And let me just say, we have a lot to talk about in the video, so stick with me here. Some very interesting weather, changeable weather ahead. But at any rate, there you go. 80s for highs yesterday in many spots across the region. Once you got outside of the mountains, it was 84 in Charlotte, 87 in Columbia, 85 in Fayetteville, 83 in Greensboro, 84 in Raleigh. Temperatures this morning relatively mild considering the time of year. Here's your 5:30 a.m. temperatures. It is 70 degrees in Myrtle Beach and 71 in Cape Hatteras, 50 in Asheville, 56 degrees in Boone, 61 in Charlotte and Greensboro, also Columbia at 61 degrees. Cold front knocking on our door. There's that band of showers and a couple of isolated thunderstorms off to the west of us. That front actually located ahead of a lot of the rain with this system. And we will see that front continue to gradually work across the region today and across the Piedmont zones. There'll be some rain showers around, especially this afternoon. So let's take a quick scan across the radar. Quiet now here across the state of North Carolina, but you don't have to go far away to find some showers there from Pennsylvania into West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, and then down into Alabama, Mississippi, and northern Louisiana. That is all with that front that's working eastward, and as we see that front continue to progress eastward. A lot of clouds today, and again, in time, the chance of some shower activity. Here's what it looks like on the modeling, that front working eastward, and there's your shower chances this afternoon and into this evening. Here's a high-resolution model run showing that band of showers, broken in nature, but moving through as we go through this afternoon and into this evening. Not a heavy rain event, but some showers nonetheless. Piedmont highs today in the 70s as that front works on through. Warmer the further south and east you go, cooler back into the mountains with highs in the 50s. Really, temperatures not moving a great deal through a good chunk of the day up there in the high country. Now, as we get into the day tomorrow and Friday look like very quiet weather days. Cool high pressure building throughout the eastern United States. Our highs tomorrow in the Piedmont of the 60s. It's going to be a very similar type of day then for Friday as well. Our next system, really potent area of low pressure dropping southward from the Ohio Valley towards us on Friday. Clouds probably increasing late Friday through Friday evening, and then we begin to see the chances of precipitation moving in Friday night into Saturday morning. More on that in just a second. Let's take a look first of all at your highs Friday in the 60s across much of North Carolina. Trick-or-treating forecast getting a little bit more challenging. For the time being, I'll maintain a dry forecast across the Piedmont during the early evening hours Friday, but the chances of precipitation will try to roll in as we get deeper through the night. And here's the reason why. Look at what happens to the upper levels here. This is the GFS model, and watch this really potent upper level low close off and move right overhead here across North Carolina. And really, the European was the first model to sniff this out a couple of days ago, and pretty much all the models are now on board with that really potent upper air low scenario. So the NAM computer model, one of the short-range models, it only goes out to 84 hours, so it ends during the pre-dawn hours Saturday morning as of the time I'm cutting this video. But you notice we see that precipitation move in, and as that colder air aloft begins to work in, you see a period of snow. That looks like an almost certainty there in the mountains that there'll be a period of snow Friday night into Saturday morning. And depending on how the low levels of the atmosphere respond, you could see even a few snowflakes make it down into parts of the Piedmont zones late Friday night into Saturday morning. Here's the European model snow footprint there. Some snow in the mountains and especially up into West Virginia. The GFS is a little bit more potent with the upper level low temperatures, a little bit chillier, and so you see a few of those snowflakes making it east of the mountains and into the Piedmont. Now, any snowflakes that made it into the Piedmont wouldn't be a big deal, but it just goes to show you the depth of the cold air that's moving in with this system. Saturday could be a very raw day across the region with clouds, maybe a little bit of lingering precipitation, and a very stiff north wind. And having said all that, check out what I'm going with now for highs on Saturday. 48 in Greensboro, 50 in Charlotte. Again, there'll be a stiff northwest wind too. So it's going to be a chilly setup for Saturday. Morning lows, Sunday morning and Monday morning could dip below freezing in a good chunk of the Piedmont, depending on how the clouds and the winds behave. That's kind of a tricky part of the forecast, but certainly there's the chance of a frost or a freeze there Sunday and Monday morning. Tropics very quickly here. watching this tropical wave northeast of the Caribbean islands for any further signs of development. At this point, it's not terribly organized, but it does bear watching as we go forward in time. This would likely get swept out to sea, though. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.